The Road to War. Written and narrated by John Miro. Get more at servingworlds.com. "37. Aboard Alliance Intercept Convoy ship Shadrach." The captain stood on the wrong side of his desk and stared hatefully at the woman in his chair. "I don't have time for this, Miss Tension. People are dying out there right now." "It's Special Investigator Tension, actually," Samin corrected him coolly. "And people are always dying, Captain Joyner. Haven't you noticed?" His usual pale white expression was flush, but Samin sniffed something else beneath the rage. Fear. Sweat dripped down Captain Joyner's forehead, but it wasn't hot in the captain's cabin, buried deep in the heart of the Earth ship Shadrach. He was on his third excuse for refusing to provide the code to his personal data store. First, he only grudgingly recognized her authority. A quick ping from Fleet Council to his implant killed that excuse. Next, he claimed captain's privilege to have her escorted off the ship, but they both knew that was bullshit. He'd moved quickly on to the third reason he didn't want to recognize the warrant Fleet Council had sent along with her credentials. The convoy remained in a state of emergency following the violent churn that had claimed 3 ships, and regular operations were suspended. She leaned back and put her feet on his desk. He raised his chin, eyes bright with outrage but not breaking from attention. Samin rolled her eyes. "Relax, Joyner. Special investigators aren't senior officers. We're outside the military chain of command. At ease, man." Samin froze for a fraction of a second as she felt her neural implant disconnect, but didn't dare take her focus out of this room long enough to find out more. "You want me at ease?" Captain Joyner snarled. "Fine. Hear this. I'm sick and tired of you special investigators lording it over real military." Joyner didn't look at all at ease when he towered over the desk. "Get the hell out of my office, bitch. I don't have time for your accusations." Samin's smile grew. She loved when assholes gave up trying to outsmart her and went for pure intimidation. "My people? Oh, you mean Reachers?" She furrowed her brows in mock confusion. "But aren't we all one happy alliance now? United in common purpose to stop the advance of the Takers before Reach gets barbecued, too?" "I am going to—" Samin shot out of her chair. "What, Captain Skimmer? What are you gonna do?" The big man was taken aback by Samin's raw fury and fearlessness. Most people with a brain were, even when they outweighed her and thought they had a chance. Joyner's eyes glazed over for a second, then focused back on Samin. "Look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot here." Samin shook her head. "Nope, we got off on the perfect foot. I've kept you in here, scared to shit that I'll get into your dirty secrets vault, while a friend of mine has tallied a complete inventory of Shadrach's actual supplies to check against the list you submitted officially to Fleet." Captain Joyner looked caught for a second. The skimmer's eyes bugged out, then the man worked his nerve back up and laughed in her face. "There's no one I don't know on my ship except you, little Miss Special Investigator. And until I give you my codes, there's no way in hell you can run that cross-check." Samin dialed up her hearing. 2 sets of boots were racing down the hall. She'd have to wrap up the gloating. "No wonder you didn't last a year stealing supplies from the Alliance, Joyner. You're just plain stupid. Can you chew bubblegum and use your implant at the same time? I just said that someone was digging up your bodies, not that they were on this boat." She tapped her temple, drawing his eyes up. At the same time, she pushed her jacket off her right hip, clearing the holster on the small of her back for a quick draw. The footsteps were getting louder now. Joyner heard them and smiled an ugly little smile. "Gee, did you feel that? I think Shadrach's network must have accidentally, on purpose, dropped offline. I bet whatever error happened triggers a reboot. And then my guy in systems runs a complete scan before initiating contact again, just to be safe. You know what that means?" It means your implant's not talking to anyone right now. You're not getting any data out of your head for at least, 20 minutes. And it's a crying shame, but you're gonna slip and fall several stories off a catwalk in the back of engineering and land on your head in about 10. Two burly officers appeared in the doorway. One of them wolf whistled at Samin. The captain backed to one side and they joined him on the far side of the desk. "Hey, Captain," said the other one. "You never said she was pretty. We got time for a little fun before she flies?" Joyner made a face. "If Reacher skin is your thing, go for it. Just make sure you spike her sandbox and implant when you're done." You have been listening to Reach, The Road to War. Written and narrated by John Miro. Music, All This by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Hear more of the story at servingworlds.com. Thank you for listening.